I'm the king of the world. I shook up the world.
Who #1 in the welterweight division now?
Man down, straps easy. I know what time it is, baby.
I'm the best fighter ever.
I'm the best ever.
I'm pound for pound the baddest man throwing down.
Ain't no safety on this block.
Yo, I don't know if y'all remember that movie Kids, bro. Hold on, give me a minute. I need to get it together, bro. Let me get it together real quick. All right. What up, Boxing World? It's your boy J-Rod with J-Rod's Level Up Boxing TV. Yeah, man, I guess once you go PBC, you end up in a wheelchair. I don't even know, what to call it anymore, man. I had another video I was gonna drop. There's actually 2 videos I was gonna drop, but I never got a chance to drop them. Lately I've been tied up, for a hot minute, but then that comes out, Tank in a wheelchair. And so, I just kind of scraped them and I said, you know what, let me see if I could try to, fit some of this all together in one shot since that happened, because I knew it was going down this way. The last video, I had proceeded to, pretty much talk about what I'm about to talk about right now, which is, it's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit. I've been telling y'all, I told y'all this a while back. You know what I mean? We're not gonna see these big fights. A minute ago, they already had built-in excuses for Ryan. Talking about that Ryan was already on the duck because I guess they were talking about reaching out to Regis Prograis to make a fight. Just in case the fight fell through with Tank, and fans already was out there with that built-in excuse, already saying that he ducking. But what's the problem with him trying to make a play for himself? It's the same thing with Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. Same thing. He went and made a play. They started having these built-in excuses, blaming Crawford for the shit show when it's really PBC over there. That's pulling the duckery. Mayweather already told you, and I'll say it again, that fight wasn't going to happen further down the future. But see, even before that, I got videos talking about all this. Even before that, I knew that fight wasn't going to happen. Just like I knew the Tank and Garcia fight wasn't going to happen. And the reason is because Mayweather also told you a long time ago. He said it. He said that they were focused on in-house fights. I can't remember exactly around what time this was, but this was around the Tio versus Tank talk. Remember, Floyd Mayweather came out and said that if Tank was to fight Teofimo Lopez, that Tank would be the A side. And remember, there was controversy, even though the fight wasn't even going to happen. There was controversy about who would be the A side. But then Mayweather, also told you that, we're not even focused on that right now. We're focused on in-house fights. Mayweather told you this, guys. Mayweather told you. And, you guys are over here, everybody's just coming up with this duck situation when it comes to an opponent versus a PBC fighter. And, I hate to say it, but I've been telling y'all, man. Now look who's in a wheelchair, bro. Once you go PBC, you get it. You end up in a wheelchair, bro. Come on, bro. This is comical, man. This is becoming like WWE, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I probably really shouldn't be laughing. You know what I mean? Let me play this real quick.
Tank, what happened? Why you in the wheelchair?
Shit happen all the time. Should be happening.
Hey, Mark.
I'm not right.
Wait,
No,
hey,
no.
we got that fight coming up.
You gotta beat it, bro.
There's a fight coming up.
He's talking to me, dog.
You gotta beat it, bro.
Bro, Tank's talking to
No,
me.
he ain't talking to you.
He's talking to me right now, dog.
Don't even know you.
Champ's talking.
Hey, man. You want my honest opinion on that? I call bullshit. I'ma just have to call bullshit. Here's why.
Here with Gervonta Tank Davis, one of the best pound for pound fighters on the planet. So first, I have to ask you this: how are your ankles? I saw you were moving very well today.
My ankle's good.
What happened? TMZ got it all wrong.
Yeah, they got it all wrong. Talk about my ankles messed up.
Nah, your ankle's good.
Nah, I just was tired or tired of walking.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna have to call bullshit. You know what I honestly think? I think that, you know, what was happening here was, you know, PBC was getting ready to pull a stunt because once again, you know, this is this is a third fighter who's ending up on the injured list. I think that they were, you know, kind of throwing things out there, you know, to the public to see, you know, how the public would feed into it. And I think they received so much backlash that they were forced to change their tune. So that kind of tells me, hey, will we get these fights? Tank strolling around in a wheelchair. Let's get serious, man. You know, I don't like to knock fighters, you know, when they get injured, but I mean, this is like the third report of a fighter, you know, ending up injured before before he's supposed to face somebody. Spence got injured. Let me see. Spence got injured versus Pacquiao like 2 weeks before the fight. He ended up having the same exact injury that Ugas's opponent had. And what do you know? How convenient is that? Yeah, they have the same exact eye injury. But fast forward, then you get Jamal Charlo. You know, I didn't want to knock Charlo either, but I mean, he's supposed to fight Tim Tszyu, and all of a sudden he come on, man, he got an injury too. Now look at Tank in a wheelchair. You know, what's up with all these PBC fighters ending up in these predicaments where they're hurting themselves before the fight, before fights even get, it's either before the fight gets made or it's right before the fight's supposed to happen. You know, and this one, I believe that Tank can save his face a little bit more because there was no fight date yet, except for, you know, contracts and negotiations. But still, leading up to this fight, you had Tank already saying stuff about Ryan Garcia juicing and all that stuff like that. Like, come on, bro. I smell bullshit. I think it's safe to say now, at this point in time, that PBC is having trouble over there. I don't know what the trouble is. Maybe they're holding out, because I'm also hearing that, you know, things are shifting around over there for Showtime and Steve Espinoza, and then I'm hearing that it's going to CBS Sports. So I have no idea what's going on with the fighters over there fighting under the PBC umbrella, but I mean, evidently something's happening if all their fighters are ending up injured. At least all the big name fighters, all their, you know, supposedly pay-per-view stars are ending up injured. Then you had what's his name, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder had came out and started saying some stuff about PBC, saying that he's not going to fight under the PBC umbrella, and you know, all this stuff about, you know, issue with money. You know, something's going on. Remember, I told y'all too, in a couple of videos ago, Pandora's box. I kept telling you guys about Pandora's box. Was any of y'all listening? So yeah, man, you know, things are getting hot over there. But you know, then again, you know, they put out, PBC put out whatever they want, and you know, now that we're in a new era where we're fans of networks and stuff, people are sticking up for it, and you know, they're trying to put the blame on these on their opponents, PBC fighters' opponents. And I just don't know how, in what way, shape, or form can you blame someone else besides the person that's supposed to be making the fight who's not making these fights. But yeah, man, I just thought I'd come out and cover it. I wanted, you know, I needed to say something about it. For the simple fact that, one, I haven't been dropping nothing too much lately, but two, you know, it really irks my nerves because, you know, these are fights that we all want to see, man. You know, thankfully, I don't know if it's true, but we're hearing through the grapevine that Errol Spence Jr. is still in talks with Terrence Crawford. So that fight might get made. We have no clue. Remember, he's supposed to fight Thurman at 154 for no WBC belt, which is bullshit because, you know, like I spoke to a couple of people in the comments on some of my videos. You know, I believe that the right way should be is if he's gonna fight Keith Thurman, they need to fight for the belt. They need to fight at 147 for the belt. You know, all this paying out money, and I don't know if they are paying out money, but they got to be paying out something. They got to be utilizing something for them to get this deal made where the fight ends up at 154 and with no belt, you know. And remember, Mauricio Suleiman didn't even know anything about all that shit. He's just going along with it. So, you know, yeah, y'all remember Keith gets elevated mysteriously, and you know, and then now it's not even a fight that's really originally mandated at 147. It's happening at 154 in another division that has their own rankings, which is awkward, odd, stupid, ridiculous. Everything in the book, known to boxing, horrible. Like in the words of Canelo, horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, man. So I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, I believe, like I said in the comments to people, that, you know, if this was Crawford, I would be upset at Crawford too. If Crawford was taking somebody else to another division, I would really be upset. I would really be upset at Crawford, and I would be making my next video talking shit. And this got nothing to do with me hating on Errol Spence Jr. Like I told some of the Spence fans in the comments on some of my videos that, you know, because one of them told me that, wouldn't you rather see Errol Spence versus Crawford for the belts? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course I would. But I don't want to see no cheating shit going on in between either. If Errol Spence should fight Keith Thurman first before he fights Terrence Crawford, then it should be for the belts. And if Errol Spence loses, you know, if he loses, then he need to give up the belts. He loses fair and square. Then your new champion is Keith one-time Thurman. That is the way it should be. If it was Terrence Crawford and his mandatory was Keith Thurman for the WBO, then so be it. And if Terrence Crawford lost the belt, then the new champion is Thurman. Vice versa. That's the way it should be. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say about it. It's just more, seems like it's more PBC fuckery going on. But I told y'all, you know, these big fights are not gonna happen. If anybody is outside of PBC, that's another big name, and they're supposed to fight their big name fighter, like such as Vontae Davis, Spence, Charlo, whoever's on the outside, they're not getting in. They're not getting in. They're not going to let that fight happen unless they're signed to PBC. PBC is not going to risk, you know, their champions. If they risk their champions, they risk their wallet. They risk their bank account. And I don't think they're up for that unless they're going to sign somebody. That's the whole reason why Mayweather came out and told you we're only focused on in-house fights. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm kind of wondering, with all the shit that's happening, I'm wondering if by the grace of God, even though I don't think none of these fights are going to happen, I'm just wondering, by the grace of God, is this forcing PBC's hands? Is it because I feel like I'm getting what I wanted, for the fans to fight PBC tooth and nail and to force their hand. But yep, I just figured I'd put y'all up on game. That's all I got for y'all right now. You know, let me know what y'all think about it. PBC. Once you go PBC, you end up in the wheelchair. I guess that's what's happening now. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. It's your boy J Rod with J Rod Level Up Boxing TV, and I'm out your ear. Peace.